Good morning, guys. It's about 11 in the morning, and I've had the roughest morning. I haven't had one of these mornings in a long time. I woke up in a lot of pain, and my doctor comes in, and she's just the biggest, I'm not even gonna say it, that I've ever met. She thinks that because I've been in a hospital for 6 days that it's time for me to wean off my medicine. And I barely got any sleep last night because I was in so much pain. I'm trying to hold my composure, but it's really hard. I was debating on if I should even put this on camera right now, but sometimes you guys need to see that this disease is real. The stigma between this disease is real. Like, she didn't have a legit excuse for why she wanted me to wean off my medicine. It was just the simple fact that I was here for 6 days. My foot is still swollen. I'm still having a lot of pain. It still hurts to walk on. It's just a lot going on that I'm trying to get her to realize. But it's hard because she came in with her mind made up that it's time for the PCA settings to change and all this stuff. And, it's hard when your voice isn't heard. It's really, really hard when your voice isn't heard. No matter how much you tell them, no matter what you do, no matter how much you get the nurses involved, it's like your voice is not heard because it comes down to the doctors at the end of the day. And I'm like so emotional right now because I know if I end up leaving here before it's my time, I'm going to end up having to come back. That means they're going to have to end up sticking my port again. That means I'm opening my port up to another potential infection. Every time your port is accessed, you're opening it up to a potential infection. And is having to deal with the ER again, having to go through the ER again. It's just a lot that I choose to not deal with, because if I could just stay here and get better, it's just like they don't understand. And I wish they just were just a little bit sympathetic, and not just look at it, oh, you've been here for 6 days on that line, it's time for you to go home, it's time for you to wean off. Oh, your numbers are okay. Fuck my numbers, excuse my language, but my foot is still swollen. My body is telling you guys something, and you are choosing to ignore it because my numbers are okay. And my numbers aren't even all that good. My hemoglobin is still really low. It's hard, guys. It's hard being a sickler in this opioid epidemic. It's hard trying to build trust with the doctor and try to prove to them that you're not a drug seeker. It's hard. It's hard. Going into the emergency room and they're giving you a lower dose than what you normally take because they're scared to give you your regular dose, or if you tell them your regular dose, it'll be like you're self-medicating yourself. I'll be back in the next clip. Let me just clean up. Okay. I'm sorry, but people just won't understand. Like, unless you're a sickler and are in my shoes, you won't know what we're going through. Just because I've been here for 6 days doesn't mean that it gives you the green light to wean me off my medicine when I'm not ready. Because you know what's gonna end up happening? You're gonna go home, you as in the doctor, and gonna be happy and joyous with your family while I'm here in the hospital in pain. Now, is that fair? Is that fair to your patient? When your patient is begging you and pleading to not do what you want to do and just hear them out, you know? The adult world is so dog eat dog. It's hard, it's vicious, it's cruel, it's if you're a sickler and you have a good doctor that cares about you, that listens to you, that worries about your pain even if your numbers are good, keep them around, because it's hard to find those doctors nowadays, especially with this opioid crisis going on. It's hard. And I don't really want to be crying this whole video, but people need to know. This is part of the reason why I made this channel. Because people need to know what goes on. Because it's so overlooked. Being a black female who takes Dilaudid, it's hard, you guys. It's hard. I try to be strong, but it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard, you guys. It's so hard. And I just keep praying. I just keep praying to God, like, give me the strength to continue to deal with this disease and all the social aspects, the physical aspects, the mental aspects, the emotional, all of that stuff, because it's hard. You know, sometimes, you know, I would say, you know, if it was just me and sickle cell, we would be okay. But having to deal with me, sickle cell, the doctors, other people, that's what makes sickle cell so hard. You know what I'm saying? It's the other people that are involved with the sickle cell that you have to deal with. That's what makes sickle cell hard, in my opinion. But I don't want to cry this whole video. I'm about to watch Shameless and hopefully get my mind off of this, and I'll let you know, guys, know how the rest of the day is looking. But it hurts. It hurts. It really hurts, and it's so hard, guys. Please help me raise awareness for this sickle cell disease, because it's a harsh disease that nobody knows about. People know about it, but they don't know the ugly side of it. How ugly this disease can get. And I'm gonna just see you guys later. Bye, guys.